Good evening and welcome to South Sound Stadium in the Pearl of the South Sound, Lacey, Washington, for tonight's home finale for the Northwest Division leading and number 4 ranked team in the nation, FC Olympia. Joined as always by Brandon Cartwright of Cartwright Media. My name is John McGlamory and I couldn't be more excited to bring you tonight's matchup against the Tacoma Galaxy. It's Pride Day, and it's also Afterglow Jersey Night here at the stadium as the team unveils their new pink alternate jerseys designed to emulate the sunsets here in the Pacific Northwest. Unfortunately, tonight the sun is not cooperating with us as it is hidden behind the marine layer here in the South Sound, but these jerseys look absolutely amazing. You can pick one up on the website. So feel free to join the website. Go on, buy a jersey. It's going to be great. I have one. They're fantastic. Well, another successful season is beginning to draw to its conclusion. And with a win tonight, the team will clinch their second straight Northwest Division title and qualify for the national playoffs. One of the 3 remaining unbeaten and untied teams in USLW, FC Olympia has been dominant all season, outscoring their opponents 42-3. And have only trailed for 6 minutes all season long. Last week, it was gut check time for the women as they fell behind early against United PDX, but rallied and cruised to a 4-2 win. Maya Tabion scored on a perfect free kick to ice the game and added an assist on her way to Player of the Game honors. As you can see from the graphic here, our starting team consists of players like McKenna Martinez, who's got 8 goals. Sydney Stevens has 3 assists. Kelsey Kwan, 3 assists. And paced by Ella Karolak. 550 minutes so far this season. She's getting the start again tonight as well. Murphy Sheaf in goal, leading the team in minutes. Well, tonight the Tacoma Galaxy make their way into town as they close out their initial season, coming into the match in 3rd place in the Northwest Division with a record of 2-5-1. FC Olympia started out the year with a 4-0 win over the Galaxy and also winning 3-0 in Tacoma later in the season. Tacoma coming off their 2nd win of the year last Friday in Salem as they beat Capital FC 3-0. But as you see at the top of the standings here, FC Olympia just absolutely dominant. 42 goals for, 3 against, plus 39 goal differential, only trailing for 6 minutes all season long. But tonight, everything is on the line for FC Olympia as they look to retain their Northwest Division crown. Let's meet tonight's starters first for the visitors from Tacoma. Number 3 is going to be Caden Perigo. Number 12, Amelia Chamberlain. Number 17, Amira Lyons. Number 18, Alyssa Devano. Number 24, Victoria Reardon. 25, Palmyra Scarcella. 26 is Sinead Duffy. 31, Rachel Wrights. 36, Isabella Hanna. 39, Allison Beavers. And number 40 is Peyton Martinson. And now, let's meet your starters for the undefeated FC Olympia women. In goal from Kansas State University, number 0, Murphy Sheaf. Number 7 from Columbia University, number 7, Maya Tabion. Number 8 from Seattle U, Kate Raffensperger. Number 11 out of the University of South Florida, Sadie Sider. Number 12, Louisville commit and recently graduated high school senior, number 12, Brooklyn Lee. Ella Karolak from the University of Illinois wearing number 13 tonight. Number 15 out of Colleyville, Texas, and the University of Baylor. Number 15 is Hannah Bowden. Number 17, McKenna Martinez out of Oregon State. Number 18 out of the University of Illinois, Sydney Stevens. Number 21 out of the University of Memphis, Ann Seto. And rounding out the starting lineup, number 23 from the University of Washington, Amira Hussein. And that is your starting lineup for the FC Olympia women. Let's meet the officials quickly here. Center official, Matthew Morgan. AR1, Ayub Barak. AR2, Ryan Maldonado. And the fourth official tonight, Nicholas Duncan. Well, tonight is the final home game of the season. FC Olympia continuing their march to the playoffs, and that will begin right after the break. Stay tuned for the first half of action. We're going to have Mariah Lee on the cast coming up later in the second half to talk about what she's been up to, talk about her future plans. So stay tuned, watch the broadcast, enjoy, and we'll be right back after the break. Thanks for tuning in to the Artesian Broadcasting Network, and we'll see you after the anthem. Welcome back to the South Sound of Washington State. Lacey, Washington here for tonight's final USLW home game. And you can see these absolutely fire jerseys that the women are wearing tonight. Pink with black accents. Murphy Sheaf in a black goalkeeper kit with the pink accents. It is beautiful. Not going to be missed on the broadcast at all. You'll be able to see the Olympia women at all times. It's fantastic. I'd like to thank our intro music here. I need to call this up real quick so I don't get the guy's name wrong. But steel drum band here. And it is Ian Dobson's steel drum band welcoming the fans in with some good island vibes tonight. We got Kona Ice here slanging some shave ice. It is a good night to be here in the South Sound. Once again, alongside Brandon Cartwright at Cartwright Media, my name is John McLamory, bringing you the action tonight and every night as FC Olympia gets ready to make their stamp onto the national scene once again, looking for their second straight Northwest Division crown, looking to extend their unbeaten regular season streak to 17 tonight. Make it 18 tonight if they can pull off a win or tie this evening. Good crowd here at the Tin Shed. Lots of people still filling in. Have Oly Orthopedic here in the house. We've got Mi Pueblo in the house, slinging burritos, Kona Ice, like I said. Come on down if you want, or stay on the broadcast. Take a listen to me. We're going to have some special guests tonight. Mariah Lee is going to join us later. I believe Chris Wells will join us in the second half to talk about, how we kind of put this team together this year and just the ability to draw from all over the country and get a group of players together that just seemingly binded together seamlessly. And Chris is the mastermind behind that as our sporting director. He was the head coach last year, of course. But, yeah, hopefully he'll join us here in the second half. And we're about ready to get things underway. It's Elisa Devano who's standing over the ball in the center circle as FC Olympia gets ready and onto the field. McKenna Martinez and Amira Hussein up top tonight. Sadie Sider, Hannah Boughton, and Maya Tabion in the middle. Defensive midfield is Ann Valerie Seto, Sydney Stevens, and in the back it's Ella Karolak, Kate Raffensperger, and Brooklyn Lee, and Murphy Sheaf in goal. And away we go here from South Sound Stadium. Tacoma starts off with the ball, plays it back to the middle. Long looping ball over the top. It's going to clear over everybody. Murphy Sheaf, alternate for the New Zealand national team in the Olympic Games this upcoming July. We're proud of her, and I can't wait to see her hopefully get into some game action there in Paris coming up at the end of July. Brooklyn Lee with it now on the far side. You might have seen in the intros they skipped over Brooklyn Lee. Well, she had a very strange look on her face. That's actually Ann Seto, I apologize. But Brooklyn Lee got passed over, and that's because today is her 18th birthday, and they punked her pretty good. And she was laughing about the fact that they skipped her, and then PA announcer Jeff Slakey realized why, and that was why, because they wanted to wish her a happy birthday. And we do too here from the broadcast center. And Seto with it now, the University of Memphis product. Out wide. Hannah Boughton looks for Tabion, can't get it to her. It's broken up. Into the middle now comes Tacoma. Now on the near side, Amira Lyons with it, looking for somebody. Plays it back to Peyton Martinson. Now long ball looping over the top, looking for Scarcella. Scarcella chasing. It's going to be headed out by Raffensperger. Lyons chasing as well, but Raffensperger clears out. Throw-in coming up now. Near side for Tacoma. The Galaxy wearing the Argyle As that ball is played off the knees of Scarcella and goes out of play. Throw-in coming up defensive side for FC Olympia. Karolak leading the team in minutes. Sider, 4 goals this year for her. And now ball played out to the birthday girl, Brooklyn Lee. And she's got room to move. What is she going to do? She's going to keep moving forward. Cuts it to the outside. Still with it. Plays it out wide to Tabion. Taking off the ball. But it falls to Seto. And now Amira Hussein with it. Tacoma keeping their shape well. Into the middle. Seto can't get there. It's broken up and stolen away. Scarcella. Plays it back. Rachel Reitz with it. Tacoma maintaining possession well early on here. Plays it back to the keeper. That's Caden Perigo. Karolak now with it at the center stripe. Plays out wide for Lee. And looking to build again from the back. Here comes FC Olympia. Sadie Sider with room. Long ball down the side for Sid Stevens. Back to Sider. She gets around 2. Plays it out wide for Stevens. Stevens gets it back to Sadie. Sadie to the touchline, but she's offside, and that's going to be a foul, a free kick coming up for Tacoma. Once again, it's Afterglow night tonight here at the stadium. Unfortunately, the sun not cooperating, but the jerseys are. They look great. Don't forget, go on the website, order one up, gobble it up before they go away. And barring any strange happenings, the playoffs will begin next Friday, the 5th of July. Don't know where, don't know who we're playing, don't know if we'll get in there. We have to win first. And that's the first order of business. And don't forget, one final game is going to be Sunday down in Portland as the women take on United PDX in the final game of the season. Now a long ball. Overlapping run. Brooklyn Lee chasing. Brooklyn Lee gets there, and she shields the ball as it goes out of play. Wins the throw. And no harm done on that long looping ball down the sideline. Very good crowd tonight, still filing in here as we are 5 minutes into this game. Ball played in the middle. Stevens with it. Clears it to Hussein. Plays it, leaves it off for Boughton. Boughton now, tried to get to Martinez. Played it right into the body of Amelia Chamberlain. But eventually goes back to FC Olympia. Raffensperger in the middle. This 3-person back line for head coach Raphael Cox has worked wonders. Sadie Sider, once again, now cuts in the middle, plays it square, gets it to Boughton. She circles and plays it back to Raffensperger right at midfield. Maya Tabion now with it. She had an excellent game last week. Good through ball for Martinez. She keeps it in play, but it's going to be stolen away there by Allison Beavers and plays it off of Tabion, goes out for a throw for Tacoma. Yeah, last week the women, with their first real challenge of the season, fell behind early against United PDX. Battled back, tied it up, took the lead, tied it again, and then the second half was all FC Olympia, scoring 2, punctuated by that free kick by Maya Tabion that was just perfection. We spoke with her after the game about it, and she had a feeling she was going to be able to do that. She called Sadie Sider off the kick, and sure enough, delivered. And that was beautiful to see. Well, once again, Tacoma able to clear the danger, play it forward. Now it's Lyons with it. Lyons down the line to Scarcella. Scarcella pushed to the sideline and eventually stripped of the ball by Ella Karolak. Wonderful defense by Karolak. And Sheaf clears it only to midfield. It falls to the feet of Victoria Reardon. Now Martinson goes square to Beavers. And Tacoma once again just controlling possession right now. Unable to get much going down the line, but now a good ball finds Lyons on the touchline. She plays in the middle. The rebound shot pushed over the line by Murphy Sheaf. What an opportunity for Tacoma, but a better save by Murphy Sheaf as she pushes that one up over the crossbar. That looked like Scarcella, who had the opportunity there to put that in net. She just hit it right at Sheaf. And the first corner of the game, this one for Tacoma. So outswinger goes up way past everybody. It's going to be blown dead for a foul in the box as Anseto goes down. And a free kick now for Olympia. Restarting now from the back, FC Olympia. Anseto, beautiful ball. Tried to get Bowden on the run, but that ball just skipped away from her on the turf. Goes out for a goal kick. As Brandon Cartwright gets me ready, gets me camera ready apparently. So beware, I'm going to be on the screen here soon. It's Perigo now looking to push everybody forward. Look for a long outlet pass here. Blasted into a group of people. Once again, Seto goes down, and once again, she draws a foul as she's taken a couple rough tumble fouls here early on. But winning the ball back for Olympia. Now Sadie Sider can't get there. It's going to be cleared out by Reardon. Now Raffensperger in the middle for FC Olympia. Curls back. I'd like to thank Nicole's Bar for sponsoring the live stream this season. Down on Legion, just past Capitol Way to the west of Capitol Way on Legion. Go on in, get some good drinks, some good food, and some good company down there at Nicole's Bar. Thanks again for all your support this year and in years past. Inlet by Sider, cleared up and out. Played out, looking for Lyons. Lyons gets there. Keeps it in play. Back to, no, she holds on. Now chips it into the middle. Headed on by Martinson, but it's going to fall right to Karolak, and FC Olympia maybe starting to try to exert their will a little bit here against this Tacoma defense. They are all behind the 50. Playing 5 in the back. A 5-2-3 it looks like for Tacoma. And that back line is keeping a very tight mark on these FC Olympia players. Hussein brings it down. Couldn't control, though. Big collision, and now here comes Sinead Duffy with the ball for Tacoma as they look to break out. She kicked it right into the chest of Lee, and it's going to be held in there by Perigo. And out for a throw. That's my fault. Perigo is actually on the field, and number 12, Amelia Chamberlain, is the keeper in the all yellow. That ball cleared out. Held in by Tacoma, though. But Hussein breaking free, and she wins it. Martinez tries to get to it, and there's going to be an advantage call. No, foul, bringing it back, and a yellow card coming out early as McKenna Martinez was chopped down. And that yellow card is going to go against number 36, Isabella Hanna, as she chopped down McKenna Martinez, who looked to break out. Good job by the official to let advantage go, but bring it back when no advantage was gained. Martinez still fixing that boot there. Hopefully she's okay. Yeah, she looks good, just retying the shoes. So Brooklyn Lee quickly takes it all the way over near side. Finds Stevens. Stevens wearing the armband. It's tucked under that shirt. Karolak. Out wide. Sider with space. Sadie Sider. One-on-one with Lyons. She cuts it inside. Broken up by Lyons nicely. It falls back to Stevens. And away come FC Olympia looking to reset from the back. Karolak over to Lee. Just tight defense here by Tacoma right now. Olympia being patient, trying to find the openings when they can. Once again, Sider into the middle. It's McKenna Martinez on the turn. She takes a shot that's going to go right to Chamberlain, who spilled it, but able to get to it before Hannah can get there and knock in the rebound. So Chamberlain, their first real action of the game, picks it up and now looks once again to push everybody forward. Big kick held by Sider back to Karolak. Pressured. Sider with it, turns middle to Anseto, and now she can move. She's got room. Hannah Boughton gets there, taken off her feet, and won back by Tacoma. Double team comes as Beavers goes down, and it's won by FC Olympia. Here comes Stevens. Stevens in the middle to Martinez, who goes past her to Tabion. Sider was wide open here on this near side, and Stevens just didn't find her, but now Karolak does. Sider dancing with the ball at her feet. Cuts it back to the middle. Sider takes the shot that's going to just go over the top of the post. That ball was about 2 inches above the crossbar, but another moment of brilliance for Sadie Sider. She shows how dangerous she is. Cutting back into the middle and making those curling shots. That's her soup du jour, if you will. And, boy, that was almost another goal for her off that left flank. So Chamberlain here in the 16th minute plays it downfield. Raffensperger lays it back to Sheaf, who's forced to play up. Boot it. It's won by Lyons. Played out wide to Reardon. Oh, Reardon with an inlet pass that was misplayed by Karolak. Forced Sheaf to come up and grab it. It's going to eventually fall back to Karolak, though. And Tacoma drops off and gives Olympia possession. Excellent crowd here tonight at South Sound Stadium. Thank you all for tuning in here on the broadcast as well. Whether you're in Japan or New Zealand or Florida, Iowa, who knows? You could be anywhere. But welcome. Now Karolak with room finds Hussein. Long ball for Tabion. Tabion chests it down in play, but way away from her. It's going to be held in by Perigo. Back to Chamberlain, who has to blast it out of play. And a throw-in coming up for FC Olympia. So far side, Lee throws it in. Bowden, Tabion, curl, far side, and Chamberlain gets there before Sider can. Gobbles it up and gets ready to push forward. Once again, a long kick far down the field. Off the head of Karolak, goes sideways and finds Tabion. Karolak finds her college teammate Stevens on the overlap. Perfectly timed pass. Stevens now to the touchline. Cuts it into the middle. It's going to be broken up off the feet of Reardon and out for the first corner of the game for Olympia. That was a perfectly weighted ball by Ella Karolak and an even better run by Stevens to stay on side and get there and win the corner kick. It's going to be taken by Sider. She looks to curl it in from this near side corner. It's a good one, far post. Headed back over by Boughton. Punched clear, and the rebound comes in, and it's going to be gobbled up. The rebound by Raffensperger took a slight deflection, but it was a well-struck rebound by Kate, and it did not go in, and Chamberlain dodges a big bullet there. Oh, look at Maya Tabion hustle to keep that ball in play and not give up the throw. It's that level of effort that is so emblematic of this whole team. And now once again, a good ball played diagonally to Sider. Sider to the touchline again. Reardon goes down. Sider still with it, dancing with the ball, plays into the middle. Rebound by Martinez. She just couldn't get enough on the one touch. And Chamberlain able to smother, but goodness, Sadie Sider with the ball on a string at her feet. And it looks like only a matter of time before FC Olympia gets something. Gets something past Chamberlain. Brooklyn Lee now with it, far side. Hannah cuts to the middle. Laid back to Karolak. The only real good opportunity of the game so far came off the feet of Palmyra Scarcella, forcing a punch save by Sheaf early in this game. But it's been all Olympia ever since. They've maintained the majority of the possession here tonight. And a switch here as Caden Perigo now is going to move over to the near side to battle with Sadie Sider. And Amira Lyons is going to go to the far side and battle over there. Ball won back by Tacoma. Brooklyn Lee intercepts, keeps the ball in front of her, plays it forward. Tabion now in the middle, lays it off to Stevens. Raffensperger. Tabion, just looking for Sider on the run. It was broken up beautifully by Perigo. And now Martinson lays it off to Reardon. Reardon looking for someone, couldn't get it. Hussein battling with Martinson. It's going to be Hussein who comes away with it. Diagonal ball for Hannah Boughton. She gets there. Battling now with Lyons. Boughton to the inside. Still Boughton. She's tripped up and tackled by Martinson. No call as both players went down right on the edge of the box. Laid off for Martinez. No, but Chamberlain gets there first as she was battling. And Chamberlain having to come out and grab that ball before Martinez could get on top of it. And foul whistled against Stevens, as that's going to be a free kick now for Tacoma. Just 10 yards past the center line. Allison Beavers stepping up to take it. Tacoma spread out there. Don't know what they're going to do here. It's going to be a long chip ball right up into the middle. Sheaf comes out. Sheaf grabs it. They were looking for the run of Sinead Duffy, but just too much mustard on that ball. And Sheaf unfazed and able to grab it. Karolak now for FC Olympia. The run by Martinez. Reardon lets it go. Martinez chasing. She lays it off for Chamberlain, and Chamberlain blasts it right to the edge line. Scarcella can't keep it in play, and it's going to go out for a throw for Olympia once again. Just controlling the tempo of the game, controlling possession right now, just probing, looking for some kind of opening in the defense of Tacoma. Sider tracks back, wins it off the feet of Perigo. Crossfield pass to Lee in space. Out wide, it's Hannah Bowden. And Seto finds Hussein on the run. She curls around. Back to Ann. Seto now with it. Plays it to Lee on the Olympia side of the 50. Sider to Stevens. Stevens with the cross, headed out. Headed out by Hannah, held in by Seto. She turns and fires. It's going to go right into the belly of Amelia Chamberlain. As the drums are still in full effect here at the stadium, Scarcella with the ball. All alone up top. Now she's got runners with her. It's laid off. Now Lyons in the middle. She chips up, headed out by Stevens. And now on the break, here comes Tabion. Hussein out wide now. Sider. What can she do now? Cuts it back to the inside. Cuts it back to the inside. Back. She gets bodied off the ball by Perigo very nicely. And it's going to go out of play for a goal kick. So already switching Lions and Perigo paying dividends for this Tacoma Galaxy team. As we remain scoreless here in the 26th minute of play. Tabion wins it off the head of Seto and resets from the back. Hannah Bowden takes a shot. It's going to be pushed over the bar by Chamberlain. What a save by Chamberlain on a beautiful shot by Hannah Bowden. And Chamberlain has been up to the task tonight. Now a corner kick coming up far side. It's Tabion. Ball played middle box. Headed by Seto, cleared off, won by Sider. She circles, plays it back to Karolak. Out wide now, Tabion controls it. Plays it off the feet of Beavers, but Beavers wins control but can't maintain possession. And Olympia coming away. Here comes Sadie Sider, near sideline. Sider, long looping ball, finds Bowden, and it goes through everybody. and out for a goal kick. Belton was there, just could not get a foot to it, and Chamberlain missed it as well. And it just kind of circled out and went out of play. All right, well, we are back to the action here. That was a outstanding effort there. Sider put a ball right on the 6-yard box, and Boughton just could not put a foot to it, and it went out for a goal kick that's coming up right now. And as I mentioned earlier, we are now joined by Mariah Lee, who is we'll call her an Oly legend, Mariah Lee. Welcome to the broadcast. It's nice to have you on here.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you back in Olympia, too.
Yes.
It's been just a calendar year for you. After playing with Olympia last year, you signed a pro contract down in Australia. How did that work out for you?
Yeah, Australia, I was there with Adelaide United for a while. I got there in September, and then we finished around March. Okay. So it was a long season, and it was hot, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the summer down there.
Yeah, I had 3 summers.
Oh.
Well, I mean, is it summer here?
Well, not yet. I guess not yet, but it's close enough. Martinez now on the near side, right outside the 18, curls it in, plays to the middle, cleared out by Tacoma very nicely. Well, we love having you as part of our brand here at Olympia. I hate the brand, but as part of the family. Yeah, part of the family. And we were so happy that you came back this year. What was kind of the driving force to come back?
Well, I knew I was going to come back. That was a for sure thing when I was in town. And I thought I would be able to play a few more games, but I got the one in.
Yeah. Well, and you put your mark on that game, too. I mean, you scored a goal. You had a couple assists, I think. So it was quite a first game for you.
Yeah, yeah. It was a fun game. I just love being out here. My family can come watch me play. That's usually not the case.
Yeah.
When I'm playing abroad. And I grew up around here. I grew up in Covington, went to Kentwood High School, and I played for Washington Premier. So this is all familiar territory for me.
Yeah, and you went to Stanford. You won a national championship at Stanford.
Yes.
So well, you went to Wake Forest first, correct?
Well, I went to Wake for my 5th year, my grad year.
Oh, for your grad year. Okay.
Yes.
So you won a national championship with Stanford, which had to have been just an incredible feeling as a player to reach that pinnacle of what you're doing. And I bring that up because, once again, the team is looking to get into the national playoffs here this year, once again, undefeated, just playing really, really well. Last year kind of left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths. I don't know if you've talked to the women about it at all, but what's the mindset this year going into the end of the season here?
The mindset is to win the title. It's just hard. Like with college, you can win your conference and you go to the tournament, and it's anyone's game at that point. And it's just high stakes. You lose, you're done.
Right. Right.
Last year we had the one game. Unfortunately, we lost, and that was it for us. So it's definitely a similar dynamic, but the more times that you go and you can experience it, the better you'll be. So, for college, we didn't win until my senior year because we had 3 years of being pissed off.
Yeah. And that anger will fuel you. I mean, it is something to – I don't know any athlete that's ever been content with losing, no matter what they say at the end of a championship run. So that you get that fuel from the disappointment and bringing back a lot of players from last year. I think that's going to really help this squad moving forward into the playoffs.
For sure. There's a lot of girls who were here last year, experienced that, and then they've had time to play with each other, for 2 seasons now. So I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful.
And as someone who grew up in the area, what is this experience like for you? This wasn't around when you were growing up. This level of collegiate soccer in the South Sound region.
No, but we had the old W League that got rebranded to this league.
That's true.
So I did play summer teams. I did like the Sounders Women. But it's a little more, I would say, polished than when I was playing. But Kellen and I actually played together way back.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yes.
Kellen Green, our assistant coach, she played last year. And she's still here. She's a local product here. So we love to have her on the squad here. 33rd minute of play. Still 0-0, joined by Mariah Lee. And Mariah, you just got done, speaking of tournaments, you just got done playing in the soccer tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Which I'm a huge basketball fan, and I love the concept of the basketball tournament. And if you're not familiar with it, it's basically a $1 million tournament, winner take all. I think the basketball is now $2 million, but it's winner take all, and people just put teams together and enter. And you played for the Angel City Sevens this year. What was that experience like? Oof. Oh, good entry pass by Martinez. And Hussein just unable to get it off the ball. It was cleared off. And now another corner kick coming up for FC Olympia. So, yeah, Angel City, you guys played well. You won 2 games but didn't advance to the semifinals off a goal differential, I think it was, which is always a – soccer has the absolute worst tiebreakers, I'll tell you that right now. But we'll watch this corner kick come in. It's a curler in the middle. Hussein gets a head to it, just got underneath it, and it goes up and over the bar. But you made SportsCenter with the little
Was
flight.
it?
I was.
No way.
You didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you did.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Can I find this somewhere?
I think you can, yeah. So, but you played really well, and I was looking at the rosters, and you guys had to play the U.S. Women, and I'm looking at basically the U.S. Soccer Hall of Fame on a roster. You know, Mia Hamm, Michelle Akers, Carly Lloyd.
Yeah.
I mean, this was
the list goes on.
Yeah, what was that experience like playing against those players?
Well, it was really fun. Like the whole tournament. Oh, nice through ball.
Yeah, Sider on the overlap. She comes in space. Cuts it back inside, finds in the middle, and brought down is Martinez, and no call. But the curling shot goes in the back of the net. And once again, Maya Tabion with a curling shot that finds the upper corner. And that will break the scoreless tie. And that Dancing Goats goal is scored by Maya Tabion. And Olympia can breathe a little easier now, finally breaking the stalemate here and going up on top 1-0.
Woo, that was a nice goal.
Did you happen to see her free kick last week?
Yeah.
That was almost the same shot. So she's quite a talent. And one of my coworkers is a high school coach in the area, and he was at the game last week, and he kept texting me, number 7 is so good. Number 7 is so good. And she's not disappointed, scoring here in the 35th minute of play. And Olympia up on top 1-0.
Hey, you got to wear the number 7 jersey with some
pizzazz.
With some pizzazz.
Yeah. Oh, a nice through ball there. Looking for the run of Sinead Duffy, but Sheaf able to grab it up and quick outlet.
But, yeah, TST was just, hard foul. It was so fun. I got to play with girls that I grew up playing with, people that I played against, some of my role models. And then you see all, like, the world-class players on both the men's and women's side.
Yeah.
So just on and off the field, so much fun. And then the 7v7 rules are crazy.
Yeah, those are pretty wild.
They're crazy. And, like, there's no offsides. The goals are smaller, and then when you go to target time, after every 3 minutes, you drop a player from the field. So in our last game, we were down. It was 3v3, so 2v2 plus the keepers.
Yeah.
And we had to score,
right,
to win. Or if they scored 2 more goals, because you have to score 1 more goal than the team that's leading to win the game.
And here's Hussein, lays it off for Sider. Sider curls around, shot saved by Chamberlain.
But, I mean, when you're going down to 2v2, it just gets so much fun. Like, I love going 1v1. I love being isolated. And you don't have that in a normal 11v11 game.
No.
And it's just high stakes, high action, fun to watch. I think those tournaments will just continue to grow and get bigger, and you'll probably see more players hop in because you can win $1 million.
I mean, you can win money. I mean, why not? Who wouldn't want to win some money? Yeah, I was looking at full disclosure, I'm a Chelsea FC fan.
Okay.
So seeing Cesc Fabregas as for the men's tournament, he's like the face of that. That was kind of cool to see. And, just from what I gather, it sounds like you'll probably be playing in that again next year.
We'll see. It gets tricky with your contracts and all that stuff. But I'm really hoping to, and I'm hoping to walk away with some money.
Yeah, that would be great. And hopefully not get sent home on a goal differential, which is, I know it. Between goal differentials and penalty shootouts, I'm telling you.
Well, it was a 3-way tiebreaker.
Right.
And, so then you're like, we should have made that, you go into the what ifs in your head. If we only had scored this, we didn't let this in.
Right.
But that's part of soccer. But we can say that the only team we lost to was the U.S. women's national team, and they won it all. So, I mean.
Yeah, and that's a good thing to say. Once again, Martinez down low, unable to control it, but it's held in by Stevens. Stevens has dropped back to a defensive posture here now after the opening goal.
And I don't know how it works with the prize money with girls who are in college because they can't receive it technically. But maybe they put it in a trust. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, because I don't know if anybody knows any more of the rules about money and college athletes anymore. But yeah, I mean, what a good opportunity to showcase the game in a different way.
Yeah.
Oh, and now Boughton with another shot and another acrobatic save by Chamberlain, who is single-handedly keeping this game close. Just save after save for Amelia Chamberlain in goal for Tacoma. But, yeah, what a way to showcase the game and help it grow. And I'm glad you had fun doing that, and we enjoyed watching you.
Thank you.
Now, you are staying local around the area right now. Is this something that you can see getting even bigger in this region? Like, I know we've got the rain up north, but do you think that this second tier, I guess you could say, of soccer has a good opportunity to keep growing here in the South Sound region?
I definitely think so. I mean, people love soccer out here. So, especially with the USL Super League coming along, that's in Spokane, just in the greater, just Washington State. I think soccer is just going to continue to grow. And then you have opportunities for girls, too.
Right.
You have
now Martinez on the end. Oh, and that's...
She went down hard.
She went down pretty hard. It was
no foul?
I don't know. That was a body control there by Hannah, who's already sitting on a yellow card, so that's dangerous play for her. But Martinez takes a beating and keeps on going, so she'll get her goal tonight. Don't worry.
But with the USL Super League starting this summer, in August, there's opportunities for girls, especially from the area, with the player development contracts that they do. And they're really trying to build a pathway through the USLW and then onto the Super League to have room for girls to develop. And that'll just help soccer in the States in general. And there's so many people that are talented and don't have the opportunity because we only had 12 NWSL teams.
Yeah.
Where you go to Europe, they have first division, second division in every country with like a fraction of the population.
Right, and that's something I was going to say was, we had a gala before the season began this year, and it was announced about the academy program with USL that that Olympia is going to be participating in. I think in 2025 is when that's going to kick off. But it looks to me, as somebody who has been following soccer for almost my whole life, that the steps are finally being taken to get more into the development, early age development that you see in Europe. Like you said, I mean, when you've got 5-year-olds at La Masia, and a beautiful ball once again into Hussein, who once again heads it over the post. But when you've got academies in Spain and England and France that are churning out players left and right, it gives all those kids the opportunity to play. And like you said, the opportunities just aren't there, but they're growing.
Yes.
And I think that's the important part here in the U.S. is it's never going to happen overnight, and I don't think anybody thought it would, but you're starting to see more and more opportunities for kids to play high-level soccer at a younger age.
Yep. Exposure to good coaching, tougher competition. That's only going to improve each player individually.
Yep.
And when I was growing up, we had still ODP, and that was really, really popular, and that's kind of waned with the advent of some of the other, ECNLs and all those other things. So you had exposure to good coaching and to high level, but you have to pay so much.
Yeah, that's always been one of the bigger things in this country is the cost is always prohibitive for a lot of people, and it's nice to see more and more opportunities spring up for everybody, and it gives everybody equal footing, which is important.
Yes.
Now, talking about the coaching and all of that, something that's always just boggled my mind is looking at the player pool that Chris Wells has brought in here in FC Olympia. And, you've got players that maybe play one game, maybe play 2 games a season, but everything I keep hearing when I talk to the women is the practices are so good, it's worth coming out here to not play. Can you attest to that?
Yeah, no, our 11v11s are harder than a lot of the competition. So, yeah, no, it's definitely worth it just to get a good training environment. When you're in college and you're home for a few months, you could either be home, maybe you get some training in, maybe you don't, or you can come here and have quality training multiple nights a week and stay sharp and stay fit. And
you're playing against a lot of these people play against each other in college, which you always say iron sharpens iron, but whatever. But you can just see it in the faces when you talk to them, how excited they are to be here, how excited they are about the practices. And, that's honestly one of the main reasons that we love the women's team so much here is because there's such a camaraderie that's being built here, and word of mouth goes a long way. And it's just awesome to see people come back, people leave and come back. I don't know. I could sing about this team forever. Martinez once again with the top of the box. Lays it off. Karolak up top. She puts one, and once again Chamberlain right there. But Karolak coming up from the central defense, putting a shot close to target there. That's always nice to see from a defender. So Chamberlain, once again, we have hit the 45-minute mark here.
Yeah, I think that's my time.
It is time, Mariah Lee, it's time to go because she needs to go sign autographs. Mariah, thanks for being on with us. We will talk to you later and look forward to seeing you in the future.
Thank you.
That time slipped away from me pretty quickly, but boy, Mariah Lee, what a great ambassador for the team here in Olympia. We wish her the best in all of her future endeavors and are happy to have her as part of the FC Olympia family. Well, that does it for the first half. Maya Tabion once again putting a goal in the back of the net on a beautiful curling shot into the upper corner. It was deja vu from last week. And that's where we stand. It's 1-0 at halftime. We're going to take a quick break and be back for the second half of action right after this.
What makes the only local mutual bank different? It's giving back and helping out in amazing ways. With caring, personal service from a bank that values community belonging. And most important, putting real relationships above the bottom line. That's how a mutual bank works. That's Oly Fed.
Hey everybody, I'm here with Ryan Reynolds. Ryan, welcome to FC Olympia. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you. Yeah, hi guys. My name is Ryan Reynolds. I'm a freshman. I just finished my freshman year at University of Oregon. I recently just transferred to K-State. My major is kinesiology, and I'm actually a local from Tacoma, Washington.
Right.
I am from Austin, Texas. I play at Baylor. I'm a forward, and I'm studying business.
Hi you guys, I'm Sophie. I live in Bothell, Washington. I go to North Creek High School, and I'm going to go to Seattle University in the fall and study nursing.
All right, what position do you play?
Oh, I play forward.
First question, Ryan, does pineapple belong on a pizza?
Absolutely not. Not on my pizza.
Okay.
I wouldn't judge, but
Okay.
I'm gonna say yes.
All right.
I think it does. I think it does, yeah.
Okay, what is your favorite club?
Austin FC. It's our only professional team in Austin, so it's so exciting.
And then who's your favorite player?
I'm gonna have to go Alex Morgan just because that's a childhood hero.
Awesome.
Tottenham FC.
Okay, and your favorite player?
Either Carly Lloyd or Sydney LaRue. I love them so much. I'm gonna get hate for this, but Manchester United.
And your favorite player?
I'm gonna go Holland as a center forward. I love watching him play. So.
Okay. If Sophie was not playing soccer right now, you would be doing what?
I would be traveling the world. I would be seeing everything. I'd live in Italy.
You'd live in Italy.
I'm gonna say running track or playing another sport.
Probably traveling. I love traveling.
Do you have a favorite place you like to go?
I love London. My dad's from Torquay, so we go down there every Christmas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
never gets old.
Never gets- Okay, here's the scenario. You're stuck on a desert island, but you have a freezer that holds only ice cream. What flavor are you eating?
I'm eating Cookie Monster.
Ooh, what's that?
It's so good. It's like a blue ice cream with chunks of cookie dough and Oreo. It's so good. I love it. Try it, everyone out there. I'm gonna have to go with chocolate chip cookie dough.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Amy's Mexican Vanilla.
meet my husband.
We got eggnog once, didn't we?
Yep. What can I get started for you?
The smash fill chicken bites and the white with cider.
Cider, yeah.
We just got root beer and fries. It's kind of a treat. When did you try that?
We try out a new place. This place looks awesome. We have really good Brussels sprouts here. They're taught thoroughly. Let's do 2 Artesians.
Ooh, can I get a Leopold's?
Welcome back to South Sound Stadium, where we are being serenaded by the dulcet tones of Ian Dobson's steel drum band here at South Sound Stadium in Lacey, Washington. My name is John McGlamory, alongside Brandon Cartwright and Cartwright Media. We got Connor, we got Trevor on the cameras tonight, bringing you these shots, bringing you the best in women's soccer in the South Sound and the Northwest, and it's looking like FC Olympia is halfway to clinching their second straight Northwest Division title. It was a beautiful curling goal by Maya Tabion that is the difference tonight so far. We got away from ourselves a little bit. It's always nice to have friendly people and friendly faces in the broadcast booth, and Mariah Lee is that and everything else. She is quite the representative of the FC Olympia family, and last year was in the best 11 in the USLW, MVP of the Northwest Division. Parlayed that into a contract playing in Australia, and it's stories like that that make me love women's soccer so much. Sometimes, she's always been an exceptionally good player. She's played overseas in Spain, in Scotland, and Australia. She's played professionally here in the United States. And, giving an opportunity for people to be seen, while she might not have needed it, maybe there's players on these teams tonight that needed it, and this is an opportunity for them to showcase their talents. And boy, Maya Tabion, the last two games, has definitely showed out and showed why she is a top talent in this league. And, honestly, though, Amelia Chamberlain, the goalkeeper for Tacoma Galaxy, has single-handedly kept this game close. It could easily be 3 or 4 goals on the board for Olympia. Sadie Sider has had a couple good opportunities. McKenna Martinez with a couple opportunities. Amira Hussein with a couple opportunities. And Chamberlain has been up to the task, and it was, again, another perfectly taken shot by Tabion that's the difference. Nothing any keeper in the world could have done to have stopped that one. So 1-0 the score as both players get ready to come back on the pitch. We'll see if there's been any changes in the lineups. It looks like Kelsey Kwan is in the game for FC Olympia. Coming in for Amira Hussein, who is no longer on the field. So number 6, that's actually Suzuka Yasui in the game for Amira Hussein. Just a quick survey of everyone else. And it looks like that's the only change. Looking for Tacoma. Doesn't look like any changes for Tacoma. Ian Dobson just entertaining the masses over there with the steel drums band. And we are underway here in the second half. Somebody did not start the clock over on the far side of the field, so we are sitting at 45 minutes. Martinez bodied up twice on the back. Plays it to Stevens. Actually, it looks like Karolak is out of the game. Or not Karolak, but Raffensperger's out of the game, it looks like. And also into the game for FC Olympia is number 19. Looks like Hallie Bergford. up top for Olympia. Lee to Yasui. She loses possession to Lions. Long outlet. Ooh, bad giveaway there by Karolak, but she wins it right back into the feet of Seto. And Seto finds Stevens, who has settled into that third defensive play, and a shoulder charge from behind that's going to be won back by Bergford. Just strong play, or not Bergford, Bowden, as she just bodied that ball right back. Lays it off for Bergford. McKenna Martinez, far side, cuts it in. Takes a shot that's going to be taken by the new keeper, Liv Heistend. No, Shelby Stordahl, excuse me. Stordahl coming into the game for Chamberlain. So being on the far side, away from all the substitutions and everything, we are just guessing at this point. But Suzuki Yasui in. Hallie Bergford in. Amir Hussein out. Kate Raffensperger out. And other than Shelby Stordahl, no changes for Tacoma Galaxy. 1-0 the score. Maya Tabion with the only goal of the game so far. Another beautiful shot off of her right foot. Stordahl, long clearance out. Headed up. Eventually won by Scarcella. She's going to come back and win the rebound and play it. But stolen back and now into the feet of Tabion. Stevens on the overlap. Stevens pressing forward into the middle. McKenna back to the goal. McKenna still with it. It's still McKenna Martinez, but eventually the quadruple team gets the ball away from her. We've got 2 balls on the field right now. There's absolute chaos as we have balls all over the field. Eventually it gets cleared out. We are okay. Brooklyn Lee. Actually, number 19 is Ryan Reynolds. That is my fault, everybody. Ryan Reynolds in the game. The ball played out to Boughton, played across the face of goal. Nobody on the far side, and is going to spin out of play over the touchline and go out for a goal kick. So Ryan Reynolds, yes, and her nickname is Deadpool. She told me that herself, so she is in the game. Haven't seen her on the pitch for a while. It's happy to have her back, of course. She is on the shelf with an injury, and that's the reason why she wasn't able to be with the team for a while. But she's all healthy and good now. .51 minute of play here from South Sound Stadium. The sun's starting to creep out. We'll see how that affects these beautiful Afterglow jerseys. Hopefully it'll make them look even better. Now Lions chasing with Lee. Lee gets there, plays it out. It's going to go out for a throw off the feet of Brooklyn Lee. So Tacoma putting some pressure on here against this Olympia defense. 1-0 the score. A win clinches the Northwest Division for FC Olympia with a game in hand. Stevens into the middle, finds Sider. McKenna with the turn. Out wide to Suzuki Yasui. Yasui loses possession. It's going to be won by Lions. Lions plays back to Beavers. Beavers now into the middle. Double team comes. It's going to be played out by Hannah and won by Tacoma and eventually won back by Maya Tabion, who splits the double team past Perigo. Oh, with a beautiful touch on skill off the back of her heel. Maya Tabion putting on a clinic out there tonight for FC Olympia. That was some very, very nifty footwork by Maya Tabion. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Nicole's Bar, Well 80, Artesian Brewing, Van Dorm Realty, Premier Airport Shuttle, Forma Construction, Wyndham, Ramada by Wyndham, and Dancing Goats Coffee. Thank you all for your support this season and in years past. I'd also like to thank Wembley Soccer Shop, KMAS, ThurstonTalk.com, Olympia Orthopedics. Thank you for your support as well. Ryan Reynolds tripped up from behind by Hannah, who, as I mentioned earlier, is already on a yellow card, so she has to be careful. 53rd minute of play here. It's a free kick from the 30. It's going to be Ella Karolak who's going to take it. Everybody lined up on the far side. Hand goes up. Ball played up into the middle. Stordahl comes out. She punches clear. It's going to fall to the feet of Martinson, but held in by Martinez. McKenna takes the shot, and it's going to go just wide. It took a deflection, though, and it's going to be corner kick coming up now for FC Olympia in a 1-0 game here in the 54th minute. Sadie Sider looking for a ball, gets a ball from one of these excellent ball kids we have laying around the field here. I think they come with the field. I think that they just live here, these ball kids. So Sider, a beautifully driven ball into the middle, headed clear by Beavers, but it's going to be Tabion who once again puts one on frame, and it forces the save by Stordahl. The referee says that she didn't get a hand to it, but my goodness, Maya Tabion is on an absolute tear right now, terrorizing the Northwest Division of the USLW right now. Just inches away from goal number 2. And once again, one back. It's Sider. Plays it out to Martinez, but it's going to be Reardon with the tackle to force a throw out. Sider into the middle. Ball played into the middle, headed out, and that's going to be a handball off of Reynolds. Just a hand in the unfortunate place as the ball flicked up and hit her in the arm. And now Beavers pushing everybody forward. Long ball. Seto heads it back across the midfield stripe. Falls to Martinson. She prays it over, but it's going to be stolen by Boughton. Hannah Boughton on the run. Oh, looking for the run of Reynolds, but just put it out of her reach, and it's going to be gobbled up by Stordahl. But once again, FC Olympia putting the pressure on the Galaxy here in a 1-0 game where a win will clinch a playoff berth for FC Olympia. Yasui, good trap, flicks it up over for Sider. Oh, Sider with the boot up high into the region of the face of Rachel Reitz, but that one went out of play, deemed to go off of a Tacoma player, and it's a throw-in coming up for Olympia. Yasue loses control. It's going to be headed up to Scarcella. She plays it back. Flicked up and over onto the feet of Devano. Now Scarcella looking to chase, and Lee gets it to Murphy Sheaf. Sheaf, the only goalkeeper on the roster tonight for FC Olympia, so keep an eye on that as well. Now Stevens on a big run from the back of the field. Still Stevens with it. Still Stevens with a shot that just goes high and over everything and out for a goal kick. Of course, Mariah Lee joined us in the first half. It was always nice to have her on the broadcast. Oh, overlap looking for Scarcella, just played away from her by Devano and out for a throw for Olympia. 58th minute of play here, 1-0 the score. Olympia wants one more to get a little bit of breathing room here. As Anseto comes forward, long looping ball over everybody that goes past everybody as Reynolds couldn't get there. Goes out, goal kick for the Galaxy from Tacoma. And that ball delivered straight into the bench of FC Olympia by the goalkeeper Stordahl. Just a unforced error by the Galaxy keeper. And once again, everybody but Murphy Sheaf on the Olympia side of the 50. The Olympia attacking side of the 50, I should say. So ball kids delivering balls to the players still here. It's going to be Reynolds. Reynolds out wide. Yasui. Still Yasui. Takes control but loses out again. It's going to go out of play. Or not out of play. It's going to go back over the 50 and Lee picks it up. Seto now near side. Stevens to Sider. Sadie with room. Playing in the middle of the field now. Gets it to Tabion. Maya. Yasui. Back to Tabion. 1-2 with those two. Still Tabion into the middle. Broken up by Martinson, who plays it up in the air. It's going to be won back by Olympia, eventually to the feet of Martinez. She plays out wide. Gets it to Hannah Boughton. Into the middle. Header by Yasui. She couldn't get there. Is going to be held in by Tacoma. And eventually Martinson plays it, but she couldn't clear it out, and it comes to Sider, who takes a shot that's blocked off the back of Martinson, and that one hurt. Still Olympia pressing, and Seto with it to the end line. Back to the middle, flicks it across. It's foot saved, held in by Yasui. Yasui now, as Seto couldn't touch that as she was in an offside position. That one goes out. It was actually picked up by Stordahl. Stevens has been on some extended runs here tonight. And look at this speed by Stevens, who ends up winning the corner on that. And the closing speed by Sydney Stevens on that was unbelievable. I don't think that Victoria Reardon saw or heard her coming and was kind of, dare I say, lollygagging towards the ball, and Stevens was able to win a corner off of it. So Sadie, Sider, Eichenberg, two hands up. Ball comes in. It's towards the 6, headed by Seto, and it's going to be cleared by Scarcella. Still Seto with it. Cleared out by Reitz. Lee out wide for Sider. Sadie down to the touchline. In space. Oh, she took a big spill there as she tried to keep the ball in play. Frustrated that it did not happen. So here comes another substitution for Tacoma coming off. Palmera Scarcella coming into the game. Is the former FC Olympia player, Jensen Linz, number 7, coming in for Tacoma. Only 3 subs today for the Galaxy. And they've used 2 of them already. Reynolds circles to the middle, lays it off for Seto. Oh, good job of calling out that on-rushing defender by her teammates, and she's able to make the pass. And now Karolak with it in midfield. Sider. Lee tried to find an on-rushing Ryan Reynolds, and it got blocked up and out by Devano. But once again, FC Olympia controlling all the possession right now of this game. It's Stevens. And that ball given away, and now here the break could be on, and trying to catch the keeper out of play is, that was Sinead Duffy, but Murphy Sheaf able to recover in time and grab that one out of midair. Good idea by Duffy as Sheaf was way off her line, but not able to get enough on that ball to trouble the keeper. And once again, just a poor giveaway by the Galaxy. And now it's looking like Duffy might have a little bit of a knock over there. She went down and once again just kind of bent over and gingerly running back to play. Now Reynolds on the far side. Reynolds still with it. Reynolds cuts it in. Plays into the middle. Yasui gets a foot to it, but she and Sider ran into each other, it looked like, and that one goes out of play for a throw. If the results hold, FC Olympia will clinch their 2nd straight Northwest Division title and will qualify for the national playoffs, which will be held on the 5th and 7th. The regional semifinals and finals will be held on the 5th of July and the 7th of July. Location to be determined, and that is a 4-team playoff between the winners of the Mountain, Northwest, and NorCal divisions, and the wild card will be coming from the NorCal division as well. Sider into the middle, finds Martinez. She turns. McKenna faces the goal. Takes another shot that just goes over and hits off the bottom of the football crossbar, and that was a missile off the leg of McKenna Martinez that just went high. And as it sits right now, it looks like the California Storm, who defeated us last year in the opening round of the playoffs, will make the playoffs. And then it's going to be the wild card battle between the San Francisco Glens and the Oakland Soul. As once again, Martinez comes away with the ball. Still Martinez. And a foul is going to be called just outside the box. And a good opportunity for Maya Tabion to put another goal in her back pocket. But it's going to be, it is going to be McKenna who's going to stand over this ball right now. So McKenna Martinez standing over at 4-person wall. Hand goes up, shot comes in, and it goes in the back of the net. Oh, but a foul is going to be called. And a foul's going to be called against Ryan Reynolds. And the crowd is not happy. That is a rough call on a beautiful free kick by McKenna Martinez. And now a shove out by the Galaxy player, Duffy. So as it looks like right now, the Colorado Storm are going to be the winners of the Mountain Division. The NorCal Division is about as tight as it can be. All three teams at the top have played 11 games. California Storm sitting on top with a better goal differential than Oakland at 27 points, and San Francisco with 26 points with a goal differential 24. So nothing has been decided except for the Mountain Division champion. But as Mariah said in the first half, it's just about getting into that tournament and seeing what can happen, and hopefully the experience will help this FC Olympia team move forward. Now, final substitution is Duffy comes out, and it's going to be Liv Heiston who's coming in to take her place. 69th minute of play here at South Sound Stadium. And unable to keep it in play is Hannah Boughton, and that goes out for a throw-in far side. Linz taken off her feet by Hannah. Played back to Karolak. Karolak up for Reynolds, lays it off nicely. Here comes the ball, falls for Sider, and the advantage taken away from Sider, and a foul called against Martinson, and that's going to end up being a yellow card. And it's going to be another opportunity here for FC Olympia to score from the spot. This time it's going to be Tabion who's going to take it. I would say that's not fair because McKenna Martinez gets the goal, but she doesn't get this one. Maybe a little different of an angle here. But Tabion going to stand over this one. Players on both posts. Goalkeeper in the middle. What can she do here? She lays it off for Yasue. Takes the shot. It's going to be pushed aside. Wonderful set piece action by Tabion and Yosue. But Shelby Stordahl able to break that one from going in the back of the net. Quickly, corner, punched free again by Stordahl. Oh, and Karolak with another opportunity that just goes into the side netting. And I don't know how much closer FC Olympia can get to scoring another goal without actually putting one in the back of the net, but here we are. Long ball cleared out, headed down. And Yasue goes into the back of Lions, and that's going to be a foul. So Allison Beavers takes the long free kick. Headed on. It's going to be, falls to the downside. The shot goes in right to the hands of Sheaf off the foot of Alyssa Devano, who had a wide open opportunity and put it right on Murphy's hands, who once again makes the save. And now on the run is Tabion. Cuts it back to the middle. Out wide. Hannah gets there. Keeps it in play. That ball looked to be crossed in. It was deflected off the back of the defender out for another corner. And what an opportunity for Tacoma that they will kick themselves for not converting, as that was as beautiful of an opportunity as you'll ever get against this FC Olympia team. Brandon Cartwright agrees with me. He was shaking his head, up and down shaking his head, not side to side. Corner coming in, headed out by Martinson. Karolak once again gets it. It's played out wide to Martinez. Martinez could not control it, and it's going to be played out by Stordahl all the way to midfield, chased down by Brooklyn Lee. Happy birthday, Brooklyn Lee, 18. On her way to Louisville, playing the ACC. Sadie Sider now with it here near sideline. This cross goes in. It looked for the head of Reynolds, went over the top of her. And it's going to be won by Tacoma, but it's Anseto who comes back to win it. Sider once again pushing forward. Into the middle for Reynolds. Reynolds with the spin, but it was taken off her feet. Sider wins it back again off the feet of Reitz, but it's Heiston who steals it back. Devano playing tough, but could not win that one-on-one versus Karolak, and now FC Olympia comes away with it again. Tabion to Sider, takes the shot, blocked off the line, rebound, cleared by Beavers. Yosue to Sider. Curls around. Flicks it in. Cleared out. One back by Tabion. Out wide now Hannah Boughton with it. Down to the touchline. Plays into the middle. Lays it off for Reynolds, and it goes off the post and out for a goal kick. Ryan Reynolds with a flick-on touch that just went off the post, and the barrage of shots continues. I don't know how the lead hasn't grown, but alas, here we are. Still 1-0 the score, FC Olympia on top. Maya Tabion scoring in the end of the first half. And a foul is going to be called this time against Reynolds, as she battled with Martinson. And another foul, this time as Jensen Linz gets bodied into by Sydney Stevens. And Tacoma advancing the ball up the field, one foul at a time. 76th minute of play here from South Sound Stadium, 1-0 the score. I'd like to thank our live stream sponsor, Nicole's Bar, down on Legion, just west of Capitol. As that ball goes out for a corner kick. This floor that we're standing on here is making some noise as we move around. It's quite old, this building, and sometimes you feel like you're going to fall through the tin here. This header goes right onto the head of as I'm looking at what's going on, Kelsey Kwan into the game now for FC Olympia. That ball was deemed to be offsides. It was won by Tacoma. Actually almost went in the back of the net, but it was an offside call. So Kelsey Kwan just got that touch. She's into the game. coming out of the game, and no, not Anseto. Coming out of the game, I believe is Hannah Boughton coming out of the game. Peyton Chick into the game as well. As Anne-Valerie Seto makes way for Peyton Chick. Kwan with it now at a Northwestern University. Plays it out wide for Chick. Good layoff for Sider. Sider still with it. Maintaining control. Cuts to the end line. Still with it. And it's going to go off the feet of Hannah and out for, or make that Beavers is going to go out for a corner. So Kwan in, Chick in. Corner kick coming up now for Sadie Sider-Eichenberg. Delivery comes in. It's a good one right over the face of goal. Oh, it falls to the head of Reynolds and just goes over the top of everything, as she could not get ahead to that. Reynolds lays it for Martinez. She cuts it back to the inside, still with possession. Now out to the far post as Tabion played that one out of play as there was nobody on the overlap. So, as I mentioned with the playoffs starting next Friday, stay tuned to the website here. We'll let you know what the schedule is, where they're playing, if you want to go down to California, if that's where it is, or Utah, or wherever. That determination will be made soon, and we will get the information out to you as quickly as we can. There will be streams. Check it out on the USLW website. That is going to determine, USLW is going to determine who plays where, when they play, and all of that good stuff. So, now on the overlap. Once again, FC Olympia down to the touchline, held in. It's Tabion. Reynolds pulled back. She thought she was offsides, and that ball was cleared all the way over everything and out near the locker rooms and out for a corner. Nope, throw in. Referee says no, it's a throw. Quickly taken to Yasui. Martinez. Martinez takes a shot, falls to Yasui. She puts the rebound off the front of the post. But she's going to be deemed offside as well. And if the post was playing tonight, the post would be winning, as FC Olympia has found the woodwork multiple times today. Still maintain a one-goal lead, 1-0. And that ball goes out of play off of high stand, and it's going to be a throw for Brooklyn Lee. Now Tacoma starting to ramp up the pressure a little bit. Smart play by Lee to play it back to Sheaf, and now switches field to Stevens, who's in plenty of space. Chick couldn't get there, held in by Yosue. Chick plays it on for Reynolds, is going to be cleared out by Beavers. Kwan wins it back for FC Olympia. Sider has it taken off her feet by Heistand. Liv Heistand with it. Kwan circles back to win it. It's laid off by Heistand. Kwan wins it with a beautiful tackle And the referee getting in the way of Yasui, and that forces the ball back to Tacoma. But Brooklyn Lee steps up to win it. And she tried to find Martinez on the run. It was headed up by Hannah, but Martinez tracks back to win it. Here comes McKenna on the far side. One-on-one with Reardon, and Reardon wins that battle, but McKenna wins the corner. 83rd minute of play here from South Sound Stadium. 1-0 the score. Another corner coming up now for FC Olympia. Headed on by it looks like that was headed on by Yosue, and it went over the post again. But the ball is going to the right spots. Just the finishing just hasn't been there tonight for FC Olympia. Chick lets that one go out of play. It's going to be Brooklyn Lee who's going to pick it up and take it out for a throw for Olympia. 84th minute of play here. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Van Dorm Realty, Nicole's Bar, Dancing Goats Espresso, Forma Construction, Sure Clean Car Wash, Premier Airport Shuttle, and Well 80 Artesian Brewing. Karolak steps up to win it. Held in by Yasui, now played out to Stevens. And the throw won by FC Olympia. Long ball held in by Karolak at midfield. Kelsey Kwan has it now for FC Olympia. Don't forget, if you love these jerseys as much as I do, go on the website and order one. They're fantastic. Sadie Sider spins, keeps it in play, gets past Linz. Sider, long ball for Reynolds, lays it off for Yasue, and that one, once again, is going to be called back for offside. As the offside trap really doing wonders for Tacoma right now as we approach the end of this game. 85th minute here from South Sound Stadium. 1-0 the score. FC Olympia on top. And a foul is going to be called as Kwan put two arms into the back of Liv Heistand. And it's quickly taken over the top, and Murphy Sheaf is going to be the one to gobble that up. Kwan now on the run. Flicks it up over the top. Reynolds running, but unable to get there before Stordahl. And Stordahl grabs it out of the air. Once again, it's Afterglow night. These jerseys are fantastic. The last home game for the men is going to be the 14th of July. I believe that's going to be Afterglow night, Afterglow day, Afterglow night. No, it's a 6 o'clock kick on the 14th. That'll be here at South Sound Stadium. The men drawing with West Seattle Junction FC on Wednesday night, 1-1. Chad Savdi scoring again for the men, who have been playing pretty well of late. The next home game for the men is July 10th, as Brandon Cartwright muted me to tell me that, as I already knew it. It's First Responders Night here at FC Olympia, followed by the Kids Zone final match, the Afterglow match on the 14th. So we'll take a week off from broadcasting next week. My voice needs it. As Olympia pushing forward, it's Tabion. Tabion still plays it out wide. Heiston steps up to win it for Tacoma. She keeps it in play, lays it up for Linz. Linz battling with Karolak, and Karolak wins that battle. Kwan now has it. Kelsey Kwan to Brooklyn Lee. Sadie Sider. Won by Lions, and it's going to go off the feet of Chick, and it's going to be a throw for Tacoma, but not before a substitution, as Sadie Sider and looks like Ryan Reynolds is coming off. She just came in the first half, or the second half. Hopefully not an injury. So Ava Uribe coming in, as well as number 20, Bailey Gordine, excuse me. I knew that. Still 1-0 the score, 89th minute of play here from South Sound Stadium. Karolak and Stevens. Chick has moved to the far side as we've dropped into a four-person defense. Ball over the top is going to be one out of air, one back by Olympia. Uribe sporting that big knee brace. She tore her ACL 2 weeks after last season ended and is finally back into game shape. We're excited to have her back this year. She plays at Syracuse University. Got to meet her at media night. She's a delight. Just the type of person we like to bring in here at FC Olympia. And hopefully she'll be back again next summer to continue. But still work to do here as we've just about hit full time here. 1-0 the score. Peyton Chick coming away with it now. Yusui with the turn. Stevens gets it taken off her feet by Amira Lyons. Lyons into the middle for Linz. Linz lays it off for Perigo. Taken away by guess who? Maya Tabion. Playing defense, playing offense. She's all over the field. Now near side. It's Gordine. Bailey Gordine finds Stevens now on the near wing. Back for Kwan. Kwan over to Tabion. Maya with it. Tabion into the middle. Finds Gordine on the run. Gordine puts it across and into the back of the net. Bailey Gordine with her second touch of the game. Puts in a Dancing Goats goal. And that's going to put this game on ice. As FC Olympia, as the time hits 90, goes up 2-0 over the Tacoma Galaxy. And Bailey Gordine with a beautiful shot that went off the post and into the back of the net. And thank you, Dancing Goats, for supporting all of our goals this year. That's Dancing Goats goal number 45 for the women. And Dancing Goats has been there for every single one of them. Go find them down at the market or down at Capitol and Legion or in Atlanta and get some coffee. And the foul's going to be called this time against number 31, Rachel Reitz, as she battles with Sid Stevens. Kwan plays it up right into the feet of Lyons. And now here comes Jensen Linz. Flicked over the top. Finds the run of Caden Perigo. Still dangerous here as Perigo battling to win it. Makes the turn. Gets past Karolak and taken down in the box. And that's going to be a penalty. And Karolak gives up the penalty as Perigo battled, and that is going to put Murphy Sheaf up to the task here as the penalty given in a 2-1 game. And how big is that goal by Bailey Gordine as we are in stoppage time with a penalty here. It's Caden Perigo who's going to take it. Murphy Sheaf bouncing on her line. Referee blows the whistle. Here comes the shot. It's going to be saved by Sheaf. Murphy Sheaf preserving the shutout, saving the PK, and that is going to do it for tonight's game. Murphy Sheaf preserving the shutout on the last kick of the game, stopping a penalty, and that is going to give the Northwest Division crown to the FC Olympia women for the second year in a row. A 2-0 win, a goal by Maya Tabion in the first half, and an insurance goal in stoppage time by Bailey Gordine. That is your scoring recap tonight. What a way to close out things here for the season at home. Don't forget, Sunday they play down in Portland in the last game of the season, but they have clinched their spot in the playoffs and are going to once again go for a national title. On behalf of Cartwright Media, my name is John McGlamory signing off here once again. We'll be back to bring you more action from the men as things progress. But thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. And don't forget, check the website for updates and make sure to watch the women as they play in the playoffs. Once again, 2-0 the score here as FC Olympia comes away victorious. And that will do it from us here in Olympia. On behalf of Brandon Cartwright and Cartwright Media, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.